What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be in the first episode of I Rate Your Teams, lads. So this is going to be episode 1. If you guys do want to get featured on this video, go follow me on Twitter, DBGYT_, and as you guys can see right here, the little check mark here, I'm now officially DBG. There's not going to be the fake DBGs flying around. DBGYT__, DBG_YT. All of those people, they are the fake DBGs are no more. They are no more. But yeah. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We upload more My Team content than anyone else. And also, thank you guys for 274k. However, we went from 274k and like 70 and 274k and like 20. So if you guys are new to the channel, you subscribe, be great appreciate it. I don't want to go back to 273k today. But anyway, now let's get on to the team. So first team here from My Team Fnatic. Got 4k empty. Started off in Park, but starting My Team again. Hawks 18, love defense, love shooting. Okay. This guy actually is quite big on My Team TikTok as well. So he's got Trae Young here, Duncan Robinson, Derrick Jones Jr., Kawhi Worthy. I don't mind this team. I don't mind this team at all, to be honest. Bagley's pretty good. I mean, maybe you could try build up some tokens and get a Ibaka. He's got no defense whatsoever. Like, Kawhi is the only player that can play defense on either of the lineups. Like, Worthy and Siakam are okay, but no one's guarding ball on that bench. Honestly, as much as I do like Trae Young, I mean, a Jerry Sloan wouldn't be a bad idea, because you have 4K MT. I'm pretty sure you can afford Sloan. Getting him in for one of your wings on the bench, because that would be a pretty good lineup to have, because defensively he becomes pretty nice. So, apologies, lads. Something's in my throat right now. Do I have water? Nope. Okay, we have to plow through. Okay. 50k MT current gen, driving dish playstyle, starting to like 300 a little more. First year really playing online. Okay. Hey, Vin Baker's a problem. Vin Baker's a problem here, and Jokic, you're just wasting money on contracts. So you've got Ibaka, move Ibaka to the 5. Okay, you have 50k, you say? Honestly, at the 4, just get Worthy. Worthy's perfectly fine to run there. I'm not the highest on David Thompson. I like your point guards. Otis is okay. Ron Boone's exceptional. Ron Boone, because he can guard ball. I like him. The first team I'd probably give at this stage like a 6.5. This is like a 7. Like, I've not used David Thompson, so I can't speak on him, but the rest of these cards look pretty decent. So, yeah, let me give it a 7 out of 10. Okay. Young YNG. All Duncan Robinson. I mean, that card is a beast, but I don't know what the meme is, so, Naro, just for you, let's give it a 10 out of 10. Okay. 8,895. 5 outscore your PG. Someone gets open on the pass. I help out for 3. Okay, so you've got Boucher's very slow at power forward, by the way. If somebody's running any sort of athletic power forward, Boucher's 50 speed and 40 lateral is not going to do great. But I like Boucher. Dwight's pretty good as an inside center. They're better inside. Like, personally, I prefer Artis Gilmore to Dwight. But that's just me, and he's cheaper. Kyrie, D'Lo, not too bad. Chris Paul, Ray Allen. Problem is, you get no defense on that bench lineup. Like, Kyrie can be exposed, but again, if you're good with Kyrie, stick with Kyrie. But I always like putting a clamp guard beside Kyrie, so I would honestly get rid of D'Lo. I'm trying to think who comes in at the 2. Like, Sloan's worked really well for me. If you have the Randy Whitman card, that 2 guard works. Basically, there's a lot of these dudes with clamps. I don't think Clay does. But basically, someone that's going to guard ball instead of D'Lo, and this team will be very nice. But this team's like an 8 out of 10. It's all right. Okay. Have 104k, run 21 delay, pick and roll with Artis Gilmore to Kembe. Do lots of drive. I'm going to try to get through as many of these squads as possible, because this way I can do it a lot quicker than last year. Have Silver quick for Stephen Kawhi and Beal, and having gold CP3. 5 games away from Draymond to replace Hardaway. Okay, so Beal's elite with quick first step. Kawhi surely is guarding ball on the bench. CP3 is guarding ball on your starters. You got 2 big bodies to center. I don't like Boucher at the 4. I really like Boucher. I think he's too slow to play power forward at this stage of the game. It's like he's going to get eaten alive by Darius Miles if your opponent's running him, especially a quick first step Darius Miles. So I'd probably keep Hardaway Jr. and maybe put Draymond as a bench power forward, as much as I do like Draymond, or get a Siakam. Yeah, I'd probably place Boucher with Siakam, because Boucher and Siakam are pretty much the same card, except Boucher's a little bit better at center. Siakam's a little better power forward, so that's probably what I do. I like the team though, 8 out of 10. Okay, let's just skip through a few of these. 5k empty when selling grind. Mainly pick and roll drives, kick out to corner. Not big on 3 hunting. So if you like to drive and kick to the corner, then there's no reason to have two bigs. Actually, sorry, pick and roll, my bad. So yeah, these bigs are fine. Mitchell, I'm not that high on Mitchell Robinson. You got Hollow. Is that Mark Madsen in the corner? That's Hollow. Dame and Simons are 2 great point guards. Your 2 guards are fine. Small forwards, they're fine. Your team doesn't play defense. Your team legitimately does not play defense. Offensively, though, it's a perfectly fine team. But I'd be confident of picking this team apart. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Team's blurry, can't see it. Dribbler like the 3 hunt, have 200k, not wanting to spend. You're fine. Don't even bother touching it. If you don't want to spend any MT, this team's perfectly fine to run, especially if you're a 3 hunter and you want to use Ibaka, Boucher as pop guys. Gus Gerard's incredible as well. Okay. Like I said, a lot of screens and kick for 3s also thrive on my defense to get stops and get open looks on fast break. I have 239k MT. Okay. Okay, 239. I wonder what you spent the other 50k on. But Ron Harper is the best defensive point guard in the game. You've got no defense on your bench, though. Like, you've got really no defense on your bench. So, like, Devontae Graham, if you really want defense, Devontae Graham should not be there. If you really want defense and you want someone that can shoot the ball a little bit, get Goatmere Godson. And yeah, that's probably the suggestion there. Tim Hardaway Jr. is fine. Tatum's not good. Especially Tatum's interest in Tatum's really not good. Like, get yourself a Darius Miles, get yourself one of the new guys for Tatum. Like, spend like 5. You can get Darius Miles and Goatmere for less than 10k combined. And that makes this team way better, especially if, as you said, you like to shoot and play defense. Mitchell Robinson's an interesting one as well at center, but he can be a role guy. Okay, next gen, 50k, new to 2k, usually drive and 3 hunt when you can with Dame. Man, who's new to 2k and goes straight into 3 hunting? Anyone can be sold. I'm telling you, if you are new to 2k, 3 hunting is not the wave. You're either some sort of like video game demigod or you're struggling big time. But these, if you do like the 3 hunt, these 2 guys are great at point guard. They're 2 of the best shooters in the game. I mean, if you can get to Kyrie, that card would be great as well. Okay. So you got 46k. I personally prefer Jalen Green to Edwards, but each to their own. I hope you realize that your bench 2 guard is Terrence Ross. I hope you do realize that, because if you go into a game and you have to play gold Terrence Ross, you could be in for a bit of a rude awakening. But 2 guards spend, honestly, just get Jalen Green, Kate Cunningham. 2000 MT, you have your 2 guard swords, 2 guard position sorters. Okay, you have 65k MT, almost done with current Domini, 29 tokens for Ibaka. Willing to make any changes, keep up the grind. Okay. Almost done with current Dom. Your point guards are fine, especially with 3 hunting. 2 guards are fine. Small forwards. Okay. You're very, very slow with Saric and Boucher. I like Haywood. He's also very small. You have no real height. Haywood is fast, but he's got no height and can't really shoot. I would advise you to get rid of Haywood. You're getting Ibaka, so that's good. Go and get yourself an Ibaka. I like Boucher at center. And I would honestly just chuck in like Worthy. Or even put in Duncan Robinson for Saric and move Miles to the bench. But yeah, this team, I don't think I'd be worried coming up against this team. It's going to get eaten alive on boards. Defensively, you've got no defensive guards, and it's going except for Van Vliet, it's going to get eaten alive on boards. So, like, look, I don't think I can, in good conscience, give you any better than like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 here. Okay, shoot threes with everyone and play bully ball with my centers. Got no MT, but everyone's held except Mutombo, Beal, and Kawhi. Okay, so basically, Freddie. There's no point selling Freddie. You got no MT. Freddie Van Vliet's probably the best for his value. Dwight there's just sell Dwight, get Artis Gilmore. If you want to use an inside center, Artis Gilmore is way better. Or even Dikembe Mutombo, Ruby. Dwight's not terrible though. Sean Elliott. Now, Sean Elliott is a guy I like. Do I like him enough to have him in there over Darius Miles? No. I think Darius Miles is a bit cheaper and a bit better. Dr. J is another guy that I like, and he is chicken. It all depends on how good you are, Dr. J. If you can hit every shot with him, keep him. If you can't hit every shot with him, look, just get yourself like a LaMelo, or get yourself, just chuck in Tim Hardaway Jr. there. There's a lot of guys you can use, but I do like this team. I do like this team. With Ron Boone and Freddie, I got to go 8.5 out of 10. I really got to go 8.5 out of 10 here with this team. That's a nice team. Okay, run a 5 out, and if that's not working, run 20 with a lay. Use Warren for passing lanes. Backup power forward is Kyrie. You mean point guard? Okay, this is very blurry. I mean, your team's fine. Maybe Boucher's a bit slow at power forward. You've no defense. Your bench doesn't play defense, so one of these 3 guys, just replace him with a mediocre defensive player, and you're good to go. This team's not great, but it's not terrible. Okay, current gen, no money spent. Pick and pop, 3 hunt with Dame. Pick and roll with Bagley, Jameer. Gonna get Ibaka on the Amethyst board of 25k MT. Okay, Ibaka coming in for Bagley. You don't. I would swap them. Kawhi can guard ball. Just make sure Kawhi's guarding ball with your starting lineup. Jerry Sloan, Jameer Nelson, 2 lockdown defenders. Darius Miles really good and fast. And then again, moving Boucher to the bench and Ibaka starting. That's a really nice team. Again, you're gonna get eaten alive on boards. But that's a given. Like you gotta give, unless you're using Dikembe Mutombo, there's some give and take. Like you're either sacrificing shooting or you're sacrificing getting bullied inside. And that's the one thing I really like about early game, where it's like, well, you can use an inside center and bully everybody, but you're not gonna be able to shoot. Or if you want to use a shooting center, they're gonna get bullied. As long as, like, Mutombo is the damn best. Like, Mutombo is the best card, is the most important card in this game, because he's the only card that can do both. But, yeah, so. On next gen, I'm at 10k worth of MT right now. Most score guards and run small forwards. Okay. Him at power forward is not the move. Replace him with Worthy. Worthy's, like, the closest thing you're going to get to Siakam. I like Miles Bridges, so I'm not going to say to swap him. I like Duncan Robinson. You do not have any defense on your bench, or realistically with these 2 point guards or 2 guards. I mean, Miles plays a little bit of defense, and you can get Clamps badge for pretty cheap. But I don't really know how I feel. I really do not know how I feel about this lineup right here. It's okay. Defense is severely lacking. So, apologies. Defense is lacking, and you're gonna get boards, but it's slow. You get killed on the break. Okay. No money spent current gen 45 KMT. Usually pick and pop, pick and fade with guards. 3 hunt with your guards. Okay. Team's too blurry to read. If you're gonna send me a blurry picture, unfortunately can't do it. Okay. I like the 3 hunt low with screens. If that is an option, go pick and roll. Just moving off ball until you get an open shot. Still figuring out next gen offense on PS5 next gen. I'm about 20 KMT. Wondering how to organize shooting guards / small forwards. Okay. Let me just take. So you've got Dame versus defensive, but slightly worse offensive Dame. Baron Davis can guard ball with your starters. Darius Miles can guard ball. Or he can guard ball on your bench. He can guard ball on your starters. Team is structured fine. It really is. Honestly, hold on to your MT. You don't need to spend any more MT. Like, maybe you could argue Worthy over MPJ, but, like, that's a preference thing. Other than that, like, your team's structured perfectly. Like, if you want to buy Freddie over Dame or Baron Davis, that's fine, but, like, it's not the be-all and end-all. Your team's pretty good. It's structured very, very well. Next gen, 80 KMT, want to say most of 5 out, lots of pick and roll and fades. Need 5 players to be able to shoot. Okay. Look, I like Saric. Don't get me wrong. Okay, I was about to say Boucher's better, but you have Boucher. Boucher's really good. Your bench has no defense at all. But you've got Ron Harper there. So you can always throw Ron Harper in, which helps. And then you got Worthy in the squad. Okay, I like this team. What can I say? I like the team. So, again, it's nothing spectacular. It's like an 8.5 out of 10. Okay, have 13k, just pick and pop. I need new backup center. Blurry, not gonna look at it. Have 73k next gen. Would love to sell D Rose and find a similar rim running point guard that's a decent enough release, as well as replace Dwight. Okay, so there is one player in the game that is a similar rim running point guard to Derrick Rose that is not ridiculously expensive. One. And I repeat, one in the entire game. And you cannot buy him. You have to, unless you want to go and get Ja Morant. Unless you want to use Ja Morant with Big Country. Or Kevin Johnson with Devin Booker Emerald. You got to use Anthony Simons. If you want to save that 100 and something KMT on D Rose, go and get yourself an Anthony Simons. He is the closest thing to a D Rose that's not D Rose. Trae Young. Okay, I like Trae. I don't love Trae. But Westfall plays a bit of defense as far as I'm aware. Like if you want to replace Dwight with shooting center, try get yourself an Ibaka. Trying to think who else there is to replace Dwight with that can shoot. That's like a shooting center that's not horrific at everything else. Boucher, but you need to play the game to get him. I don't know what token reward level you're at. Definitely not Jokic. I don't know. I really don't know the shooting centers in this game. I really don't know who the shooting centers are. Center, sort by shot 3-point. Include secondary. I mean, you can use Larry Markkinen. I would suggest Bagley, but I mean, he's going to get eaten. There's no 3-point shoot center. It's not going to get eaten alive. Let's say even 75 rating. I mean, you can use Vucevic. Not this Vucevic, but the Ruby Vucevic. But, like, at that stage, there's no point. I mean, maybe. Maybe you want to use base 40 Ferry. That's obviously a joke based on last year, but I mean, if you don't want to get yourself Boucher and you want a 3-point shooting center, I think this guy's like the only real option for you is Markkinen. Okay, usually do PNR when Boucher is on the floor. Currently doing domination of 23 KMT. Okay. Plumlee's a bit of a weird one. Siakam, okay, I don't mind your 1 through 3. There's just no defense. Like, they can all hold their own in offense. Plumlee, is there a better player than Plumlee to run? I mean, I'm not sure there is any great shooting centers unless you want to run Markkinen. It's not a bad team. Not a great team either, but like obviously you're just playing through domination. It's good enough to beat most teams, especially current doms. Good enough to win on that. Okay, 113k. I'm on next gen. If I skip your team, I do apologize. I'm picking out random teams here. We're 20 minutes in. I'm literally for all these videos. I'm just gonna look for teams for 30 minutes, however many I can get through. 113k on next gen. Like to run pick and roll such pops with 3 hunt with point guards. Don't want to spend too much MT. Looking to replace either Jerry or Miles. Hope possibly getting Draymond soon. Hey, Draymond just replaces Siakam. I mean, Jerry Sloan is the best defensive player in your team outside of Kawhi. You need Jerry. If you didn't have Jerry Sloan, I would have suggested Jerry Sloan. Like, you cannot have Dame guarding Bull. Dame cannot guard Bull. And like LaMelo can't guard Bull. Like, you have Kawhi to guard Bull in your starters. Like, if you're gonna put match Kawhi to a small forward, that's not the move. You match Kawhi to Bull. Like, Kyrie and Dame are 2 guys that can be hunted on offense, and you need a Jerry Sloan there to kind of just try beat up the other team's point guard a little bit. I like Simons. I don't know how I feel about Jalen Green for the reason that he does not cover small forward, power forward, but you've got enough small forward, power forward combos there. You know what? I don't mind the team. I don't mind the team. The team's good. Like, I'm nitpicking here. Just make sure you sort out your matchups and you're all good. Okay. I hate TJ Warren with a passion, but if you're going to play him a power forward, quiet small forward. His team's class. Boone, Gomir, Westfall, Jerry Sloan. Like, this team plays defense, it plays offense, it runs. Like, your offense is quite lacking on the bench lineup, but defensively it's fine. Your starting lineup is kind of like very, very small. I get it, great offensively, plays no defense. Like, your bench lineup plays no offense, plays great defense. Your starting lineup does not play much defense. Like, I used Draymond last year at center, but that's because of the way the game was. Like, the game wasn't a game of offensive rebounding. The burst was in the game. You could speed boost with centers. Point centers were a thing. I don't think that's quite the case this year. So, yeah. I would try get Ibaka. And I get it. It's hard to fit all these players in the team. Honestly, if you want to run Draymond at center, go get yourself like James Worthy at power forward and get... That doesn't even make much of a difference. Move Kawhi to small forward, Draymond to power forward, and then... I don't even know who to run at center. This is a tough one. You want to get 8k MT. And then just find a center at center, I guess. Okay. Nobody spent, got 300k MT, and like to pick and pop / roll. 300 with my guards, not looking to spend much MT. Trying to get another pink diamond reward. Wow, you're nearly getting on the second one. For your second pink diamond reward, I would strongly suggest Walt Frazier, because he plays defense and you do not have a single guard on your team that plays defense, except for Freddie VanVleet at the end of your bench. Actually, ignore what I said. Fred VanVleet's there. You can always play Fred if you need some defense. If you need someone to guard ball, you can always play Freddie. But I hate TJ Warren. That's just a personal thing. I hate that card. Not a terrible team. Again, very much... Like, if you come up against a Shaq or Wilt or even a Dikembe, you're going to get eaten alive. But, I mean, it's not like it's a terrible team. Okay, 44k MT, PC market. Yeah, but PC market's going to be normal. It's going to be normal very, very quick. It's going to be... Sorry, not normal very quick. Normal for what PC is. The prices are ridiculous right now, but... I mean, I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson's Punch-Out for the PC is dropping very, very quickly. So, Jameer Nelson at the 1, Goatmere. You got no defense on your bench. I like the Clyde duo. I like Siakam. It's mad. The Clyde duo was what I was running this day. I'm pretty sure I was running the Clyde duo this day last week, I'm pretty sure. Or like last Friday. And I was talking about how great it was. It's just kind of been outclassed by some of these new cards. But like, it's not a bad. It's like a 6, 7 out of 10 team. Or like a 7 out of 10 team. And it's hard. Like, the gap between There's been no bad teams so far. Like, this team's fine right here. I want to see if I can find any like very weak teams. The teams that I actually need to help. Like almost people are getting too good at this game. Everyone's structuring teams fine. Like there are teams that need a little bit of defense. So many people have like look at this team, completed dom. Like this team is like completed dom, completed draft. What's next? We'll complete them all with this guy's a Kyrie and Kyrie too. Can we just find a bat who like what's this dude doing? What's this dude? He got Jerry Lucas with 47 speed. Oh well, if he likes Pettit, Jerry Lucas is worse about Pettit. Ballsy guy picking Jim Paxson instead of Kyrie as well, but actually probably a smart decision. And dude's got Wilt. Wilt comes on to stop the other team's big center. Fair enough. So he obviously knows what he's doing. There are no bad teams here. Oh my god, lads. You don't have a point guard? Okay. You got Gus. Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet, Goatmere as your 2 point guards. Because you don't have any defense in your bench, you need a defender. Fred VanVleet, Goatmere, get Darius Miles in for Jermaine Jones, get... This is actually a team that needs a lot of work. I thought this team was okay, but you just got Gus Gerard. This team's very weak. Hey, Jermaine Jones is fine. Honestly, Seth's actually probably least of your concerns. The same with Drazen. So, honestly, just get yourself ready. Get yourself Worthy. Get yourself Darius Miles. And then center position... Get yourself a Siakam and try to find a Boucher. If not, Sabonis is fine. Sabonis is fine, but you just need to get rid of Stacey King. You also need a center at the end of your bench because Sabonis is going to be blinking in like 2 minutes because big bodies get low stamina this year. Okay. Someone actually got... I've never seen someone actually get Rui Hachimura, and this is a 2K DB page, so... Why are you using Manu? Okay. This is a team. Let me change this team. First of all, you've got non-fully evoed Zion on the bench. Kent Bazemore. And then you locked in for Otis Birdsong. Hey, you've got 18k to work with. Get Jalen Green at the 2. At the 1 off the bench. I mean, you don't actually have enough to replace Seth Curry. But get Jalen Green to 2. Get Jerry Sloan at the 3. You can move Oubre up to the 4. Move Bagley to your bench. Or start Darius Miles as your power forward, starting power forward. Move Bagley to your backup center or starting center for Horford. Throw Kareem at the end of the bench in case you're getting bullied. Then at small forward or at power forward off the bench, get Worthy. Small forward, get Jerry Sloan. 2 guard, get Jalen Green. Yeah, that team's a lot better. Okay, this team needs a lot of work. This is like a 4 out of 10 team. This is realistically like a 4 out of 10 team right now. Compared to the other squads you've seen, it's like a 4 out of 10. So yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is all of the replies that were not hidden. We have looked over most of them. If I didn't get to your team, it was very similar to another team that I saw. So you're going to see a very similar team somewhere, so you can take advice from that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.